Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope I find you well and you're keeping safe with everything that is going on in the world right now. It's good to realize that the COVID cases are going down and a lot of countries are easing down their restrictions, so we are getting that freedom back. It's been a while since I've made a video. I was looking and I realized it's been like almost 6 months, and wow, that's quite long. I missed it, or I didn't, I don't know, somewhere in between. And it actually took some courage and some strength to actually get out my camera today and be like, I'm going to record a video today. But here I am recording this video, so excited and realizing how much I had missed this. And the reason why I've just been MIA for the past few months is what I want to talk about today. Not that I'm going to let you in on some hot gossip in my life, I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to do instead is tell you how this period has been helpful to me and what it has done for me. Taking a step back from social media, from YouTube, and just hitting pause. The thing about the world that we live in today is that it's hyper productivity, it's hyper growth, it's hype, everything is hyper. For every day that you wake up feeling down, exhausted, questioning your dreams, you have 10 former classmates posting on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, how amazing their lives are, how good they are doing, and how perfect everything is going. And you look at your life and you're like, oh my God, where am I missing it? And because we live in that hyper social space, it's easy to get burnt out. And I personally believe that some of the reasons why we move around with unhealed wounds and so much trauma is we don't actually get to take time to process the pain. We don't actually get to take the time to take a step back and heal. So I just decided that I was going to take a step back and repump, re-strategize, replan, rethink, accept changes, go through some things, look out for my mental health, look out for my person, look out for Munya. You know, everyone else is looking up to Munya. Everyone else is coming to Munya for answers. Who is looking out for Munya? And that's what I've been doing. And it's been amazing. I got to rethink a lot of things. I got to reevaluate a lot of my decisions. I started working on the second and the third and the fourth book. I discovered new passions. I discovered new strengths. I discovered new people. I discovered new places. I moved around the world, started a new job that I'm absolutely loving, did some work for the foundation that I'm absolutely enjoying, and it's been fulfilling. I had so many people come to my inbox. Are you okay? Are you alive? What's going on? Talk to us. How are the book sales going? You have stopped marketing the book. How are you going to get copies sold? What are you going to do? So many people were worried about me, and they thought, you know what, because I've disappeared in the space, so has my dreams. But no, my dreams actually came back, improved, more clear, more concise, and more focused. And that is what I want to talk about in this video. The power of hibernating, the power of taking a step back, the power of disappearing, the power of just shutting everything off for a little bit. The first reason why you should do this, I'm going to tell you a few reasons why you should do it, and then I'm going to tell you the benefits of it. The first reason why you should hibernate for a little while is burnouts are real. Burnouts are real. It is important for you to take a break and go away for a little while because burnouts are real. It is a myth that you can be perpetually productive. Rest is productive. Taking care of your mental health is productive. Sleeping is productive. Traveling is productive. Taking care of your weight, taking care of your family and people closest to you is productive. Burnouts are real. If you're constantly working towards a dream, so much so that it guides everything about you, it's easy to wake up one day and realize that you have so many personal relationships that have suffered, you have so many passions that have suffered, and it's the thing about pursuing passions and dreams is they're not always guaranteed. So some days you're going to be consistently focused and you're consistently getting results, and you get to some days where you just hit brick walls. And if you don't have systems in place to lean on, you're going to have a burnout. So because burnouts are real, it's important for you to take a step back, for you to disappear and re-emerge like a phoenix. So it's important for you to hibernate, because burnouts are real. They are real and they come. You feel burnout at your job, you feel burnout in your relationships, you feel burnout at work, you feel burnout with your family, with your friends. Burnouts are real. And the thing is, when you're experiencing a burnout, in as much as it's important to have grit and to soldier on, it's also important for you to take a step back and heal and think, you know what, how am I going about this wrong? What is it that I'm not doing right? How do I look at this and start fixing it again? Okay, that's the first reason. And the second reason that you need to hibernate for a little while is you need to heal. We need to heal. And here's the thing, when people hear healing, they think of heartbreaks and relationships and stuff like that. That's cool, that's true. I think a lot of, I don't want to throw in percentages and be like, oh, 60% of this, but then it is true that most of the times when we are hurt or when we need healing, it's because we've had our heart broken, or we've been disappointed, or something has just gone on in our lives that has really, really hurt us. But you can also be hurt at work. You can also be hurt by your family, by your kids, by your parents, by your siblings. You might also be hurt at church. You might also be hurt when someone looks down on your dream. So hurt comes in different shapes and forms. And we live in a world that has taught us to process our emotions on our status. We live in a world that has taught us to process our emotions on our Facebook posts. We process our emotions on Instagram. So instead of you actually taking a step back and saying, you know what, I've been hurt, I've been disappointed, I've been this, I need to help. We don't do that. We don't do the work inwardly. We do the work outwardly. So instead of saying, you know what, I'm hurt, what are the ways that I can engage to deal with my hurt? What do? We go on social media, we post, we talk about how people are snakes, how people are this, and it might have some cathartic benefits to it, but it's not sustainable, because we have a hurt, we post about it, we don't do the work, and the hurt accumulates. We get hurt again, and then the hurt accumulates, and then the hurt accumulates, and then the hurt accumulates, till we get to a point where it's really, really, really difficult to then actually recover from it. So you need to take a step back and hibernate for a little bit to help. We need to heal, and healing is not linear. It's some days you woke up like you've forgiven the person, and the next day you haven't forgiven the person, and the next day you've forgiven them, never forgiven them. And so it's always important for you to take a step back and close off the comments and the noise, and just go down. If you're a Christian, if you're a person who believes in prayer, go down on your knees and heal. Or if you believe in meditation, or if you believe in both, you go down on your knees, you sit down, you meditate, you process the hurt, and you heal. It's not sustainable to perpetually live on social media and also heal. It's quite difficult to integrate, and And the third reason why you need to hibernate for a little while is it immunizes you from unhealthy competition. Because let's face it, it's the average person on Facebook is selling a perception, is that they don't post those pictures where they're not looking cute. They post those pictures where they got the right angle, or those pictures where they're wearing their favorite dress, or those pictures where they pick the best. So they'll take like 40 pictures, pick one and post it. And you see that one picture and you get so crushed and stuff like that. So if you're constantly having people in your faces who are posting new job, new house, getting married, the cows came home, you have these people who are constantly posting these things that resonate with the kind of life that you want, or that resonate with the stage that you think you should be at. So if you are constantly involved in it, if you're constantly seeing it, what that does is it constantly destroys your self-esteem. Because if you're constantly being presented with the alternative world of what your life can be, it takes courage, it takes discipline, it takes personal growth and self-knowledge to say, you know what, I'm happy that your life is there. Mine is not there yet, and I'm going to do the work to get there. So you need to hibernate and give yourself some space to actually work through this and to actually immunize yourself from unnecessary competition. Because if you hibernate, if you go away for a little bit and you start doing the inward work, you start having conversations with yourself. Who am I? What is my passion? What is my purpose? What excites me? What do I want out of life? Who do I want to become? If you start having those conversations with yourself, you realize just how amazing you are. You just realize how talented you are. You realize how, because you've drowned out all the noise and you've drowned out all this alternative narrative to your story, you get to focus on your story. You see the beauty in it, you see your strength, and you become excited with the idea of working towards that. So you need to hibernate because it will immunize you from unhealthy competition. And you also need to hibernate because you hit brickos. This is almost like the first one about burnouts. But then the thing about brickos is it's those moments in your life where it seems like you're just never going to get that future. You have these amazing ideas, you have these big dreams, big plans, and you have no way of executing them. Nothing in your life points to the possibility of those things happening. You look at the people that you went to school with, they have dream jobs. You look at the people that are your age, they are married, they have what supposedly looks like happy lives. You look at everyone else and it seems like everyone is progressing, and you have hit a brick wall. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who you're going to be. You have no questions. You have a lot of questions, but you don't have answers. If you keep going in moments like that, I promise you, your brick walls are going to seem bigger than they are. Your brick walls are going to seem stronger than they are. Your brick walls are going to seem way more indestructible than they are. Because if you wake up and you feel down, you go on Facebook and you see someone doing what you think you should be doing, it's just going to reinforce just how behind you are. And what you need to do in those moments is to not get into this overcompensatory behavior mode where you start lying and coming up with things and actually close doors to actual opportunities from people who would actually want to help you. What you need to do is to take a step back, re-strategize. Okay, this plan has failed. What's plan B? Plan B has failed. What's plan E? Plan E has failed. What's plan P, M, N, G? What's plan Z? And when plan Z fails, what's plan A? We're starting this thing over again. I am going to figure this out. And the best way to do that is to drown out the noise and have these very important conversations with yourself. Having told you all those reasons why you should hibernate for a little bit, I'm going to tell you the greatest benefit of it. Seems I have to do a part 2 to this video. Okay, I will. So before I sign out of this video, I'm going to give you one thing that I've realized that has been the biggest benefit for me. What I've benefited the most from hibernating is I got a fresh perspective into who I am. So my reasons for going or for just hibernating may not necessarily be hook, line, and sinker with what I've just told you. It might be part of it, it might be something different, but whatever my personal reasons were for taking a break, what that has done for me is it has given me a clear perception. It has made me go back to the drawing board. Who is Petty? Who is she? Who does she want to be in this world? What really is important to me? Who should I have close to me? Who shouldn't I have close to me? What excites me? What are my passions? When I set out to write my book, who was I intending to reach out to? When I set out to set the foundation, who did I want to benefit? When I set out to do all those things, what was my goal? How truthful have I been to that goal? How focused have I been to that goal? And I realized that somewhere along the line I had lost it. Somewhere along the line I had got overwhelmed. I stopped looking out for my mental health. I stopped looking out for myself, and I started experiencing breakouts and burnouts because I was just in this overdrive. I was just in this hyper productive. You know, we live in this world that says go, 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 and no one tells you, hey, stop, take a break. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're trying, you're doing the best you can. Rest, wake up and try tomorrow. So that's what I've done, and that's what I want to tell you to do today. Hey, stop, breathe, rest, wake up and try tomorrow. Rest is productive. Sleep is productive. Taking a walk, taking a break, switching off your phone for a few hours, going off social media for a while, all these things are productive. The world we live in is hyper. It's hyper. And if you don't pace yourself, no one is going to pace you. And if you don't pace yourself, you're going to get burnt out. If you don't pace yourself, you are going to set up unrealistic standards and expectations for yourself that are just going to destroy you. If you don't pace yourself, you will not be doing you'll just be doing a disservice to your self-esteem. So stop, rest. Maybe don't do it the way I did it. Maybe don't disappear for months on end, but in your own ways, find out what works for you. Find out the systems of recuperation that you need. What works for you? How best can you hibernate for a little while? How best can you find your way back to your core for a little bit? Because you need it. The world is so loud. It's so noisy. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is saying everything. Everyone is just living in this fast-paced world, and in a world like that, it's up to you to say, you know what, this is me, this is my purse, these are my goals, this is what I want to be. And right now there is so much going on, I don't know how I'm going to get there. So for me to figure that out, I'm going to drown out all of you people and get started again. And if you know how to do that productively, I assure you, you will always have a little bit more energy left in your tank for the journey ahead. Okay, I usually have my videos be like 10 minutes, but then I had missed talking to you guys so much. I had so much to say, and I'm going to do a part 2 of this video because it's just something that I've just learned. Rest is productive. Sleep is productive. Take care of you. You cannot take care of anyone else if you is not taken care of. You can't feed anyone if you are not fed. You can't be someone's pillar if you're not a pillar for yourself. You can't be valuable to the world, to your dreams, to anyone if you haven't taken care of yourself. So hey, stop for a little while, rest, pamper yourself, and take care of you. Oh my god, I had missed you guys. This is the end of the video. Until next time, I'm going to sign out now. I hope you're keeping safe. The cases are going down, but COVID is still real. So let's just take care of our loved ones and let's just be safe out there. Till next time. Bye.